zero point 0.3 or whatever it is that I lost the world champs by, and I was third, not even second.
All the way through a World Cup weekend, they're ticking boxes.
It's not like if you are the fittest man out there, you're going to win.
You have to risk, and there's definitely some unknowns.
The only time doubt comes in is if one of those boxes hasn't been ticked.
You might feel like you know the track, but it's always changing, and it makes it unpredictable.
They've got the fitness, they've got the bikes, they've got the strength. It's just who's got the head for it on race day.
I have to put a whole package together that works for all three riders and for the team to work at its best.
Lots of little different changes that hopefully will help to make a bigger change.
And these little details end up helping you out when you come to race. So
this is a man with both an incredible track record at the World Championships. Danny Hart on track.
Marginal gains, isn't it? They're famous in the road for doing every little small detail.
Is it possible to go into an off-season thinking about trying to gain 0.3?
A little bit of pace as he landed. So Danny Hart needs a 2:55. 0.3 goes third.
Maybe if I had another go that day, I would have been 0.3 up.
Hart goes into the bronze medal position.
From when I raced, you would maybe get one lad winning by 3 to 4 seconds, then the next 2nd to 10 positions would be across 7, 8, 10 seconds. Now, 1st to 10th is across 3 seconds. I think the times have got tighter as the way the sport's progressing. Been a long 2 weeks.
The last few years we've been running out of 2 sprinters, and that's worked pretty well for us, but I just felt like the team was sometimes a little bit divided and sometimes didn't have somewhere for us all to hang out together. So we've changed things around. We've got one bigger truck, we all stay together, eat together, come out of the pits and start work together, and I think it'll just help the whole team work more efficiently, which is the end result of that is helping the riders get better results, I hope. So
we're working together a lot more, I think. Last year, from what it sounds, it was split into individual efforts, and now we're working as a team. The guys are all working together, and we're all putting our little bit in.
If everyone gets along and the dynamic's good, then for sure you're going to be happier, and then you'll race faster. So
I think for me, every person who's involved with the team, so the mechanics, the staff that help with the food, the cooking, the physios, everything, all those guys have to do their bit 100% right.
It definitely makes sense to have something like this, and I think we're just stepping up the game, I guess.
in terms of having a bigger tent and maybe having a bigger presence in the pit, whether that actually transfers into being faster down the track, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's good where before last year it was just me and Sophia, we'd be here and then everybody would rock up early in the morning, whereas now everybody's just here, and I like it, I think it's great.
As soon as you drop in, there's just you and the track and the bike, so it's hard to answer that one.
We're just giving everything a bit final check over, ready for practice and qualifying day. A few emergency tyres if we need them for if the rain comes a bit later on, but I think it should stay off, and even if it does rain, it's going to take quite a bit to get down to the mud and start making it. You need to put shorties on, but it should be fine for now, it should be all good. Hopefully get a bit of grease and stuff, but we'll be all good.
Sometimes, it rains and then you just gotta be as confident as in the drive, really. If it gets wet, just send it.
I think that's why it makes downhill such a tough sport, because you have to risk, and there's definitely some unknowns. You might feel like you know the track, but it's always changing, and it makes it unpredictable.
It's like MotoGP or F1, they can go to that track and lap it and lap it and lap it and lap it, and they can see what's happening, where we have so many variables.
I think with downhill racing, you're chasing consistency. That's the hardest thing to chase. If you look at each individual result, you'll find that little thing, that part of the track, that route, that mistake by the rider that caused a problem on that day. But if you can look across the course of a season and see that consistently that rider's doing better than in the past, I think that gives you a better picture.
Generally, I start an off-season by thinking I'm going to try and make myself better in every way. So I make myself a more rounded athlete in my fitness, over my suspension testing, over my bike time. Just try and up it every year and try and keep myself fresh and keep myself happy and strong, and yeah, just doing what I love doing.
To be honest with you, I mean, you're always chasing 100th of a second here. I mean, he's been second at the last 2 races.
Well, we come here obviously because we're going to race here in a couple of weeks, and there's no better track to test something on, really. Like,
He's trying 0.1 of an inch larger tyre on the front. That's all it comes down to. Let's just find them extra little bits.
Yeah, this is a bit of a problem.
It's going to be the hardest this bike's been ridden up until this point, so got to make sure it's going to work.
That 1 out of 10 people have to try it for themselves, and that is these guys.